In today's video, we're not only going to look at the long-term perspective of Bitcoin, no, we're going to look at 10 reasons why you should buy Bitcoin exactly now. Because yes guys, you don't have any excuse saying that you don't have any money to invest if you have any strange subscriptions to magazines or even play games on your mobile phone. For that you are paying, or even if you're smoking. Guys, dollar cost average a small amount into crypto if you don't own any crypto, so pause the video, go down in the video description below and sign up to one of these exchanges listed in the video description where you receive a major deposit bonus. So we're going to look at these 10 reasons why you should hold Bitcoin exactly now. So watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. And welcome back to BITFLEX guys. Yes, this is the monthly chart of Bitcoin, and this means that each and every candlestick represents 1 month, and we're going to find out, is this the right opportunity to invest in Bitcoin exactly now, or should you wait until we're going to see any consolidation before the halving, and what can we expect overall, and why is it a good opportunity to first of all invest into Bitcoin and overall in cryptocurrencies. And before we're going to start with the first point, I want to make a major shout out to Stock Money Lizard who posted some of this information. And the first point is crypto adoption, perhaps the strongest argument in the game so far. The real use cases for crypto for the masses is missing. So first of all, maybe this is true for Bitcoin, but overall guys, we're having a lot of projects who are aiming specifically on the payment issues. But keep in mind, no other than Elon Musk might bring this first crypto-based payment system with his app called X, would become half of the global finance system by Elon Musk. So yes guys, this is a driving factor if we're going to see this in cooperation with cryptocurrencies and a global financial app using X. So this would be a major catalyst for the overall crypto market. But let's go over to the next point. Crypto ETFs. Yes, we saw the implementation of several ETFs, 11 to be precise, from Grayscale, BlackRock, Bitwise and several others. But guys, keep in mind, if you're buying any ETF, you're not holding the underlying asset, you're just participating in the price movement which is pegged to the ETF. So make sure to buy Bitcoin with the links in the video description. So yes, overall this is quite good for the adoption of Bitcoin, and a lot of ads are running on several platforms. But let's go over to the next point, which is going to be the Bitcoin halving in April 2024. And yes guys, we're several weeks away from the Bitcoin halving, but what could we expect during this halving? And yes, if we go over to this graph, we can see that 364 days we have been in this bear market in the year 2012, and then we saw this major pump towards the upside from the Bitcoin halving all the way to the all-time high. This was a move of 406 days. And in the next Bitcoin halving, which was roundabout in the year 2017, we saw this bear market in this accumulation phase for 539 days. And after the Bitcoin halving, we saw this pump of 525 days all the way to the all-time high. And in the next halving, which was roundabout in the year 2020, we again saw this accumulation phase and this major parabolic run after the Bitcoin halving, exactly 546 days. And guys, yes, at the moment we're in this accumulation phase exactly here, and the next major halving is going to be on the 24th of April, or roundabout in April, because we don't have a precise date yet. It all depends on the block rate in which miners are mining Bitcoin, but during the Bitcoin halving the rewards for the miners are going to be cut in half. So ultimately this means that less Bitcoin is getting onto the market. But guys, let's go over to the charts, and yes, on the weekly chart we can perfectly see these were the previous Bitcoin halvings all the way in the year 2012, where we had this parabolic run after the Bitcoin halving and then formed the all-time high, bear market, accumulation phase, halving, and this parabolic run towards the upside, all-time high, bear market, accumulation phase, Bitcoin halving, and then we saw this parabolic run all the way to the previous all-time high. And we are at the moment exactly here in this pre-halving accumulation phase. But if we're going to look at the previous accumulation phases exactly here and also exactly here, I could expect that we're going to see exactly what we saw in the year 2016, just before the halving, that we saw this sideways move, this consolidation before the halving, and then this major catalyst being the Bitcoin halving that pushes the price even higher. Because if we're going to zoom in, guys, we're so close to the halving, so I could expect that we're going to see this accumulation and also this consolidation exactly here, and after the Bitcoin halving we're going to see this major pump all the way to a new all-time high. So guys, yes, you're at the moment at the best time, because you're still in this accumulation phase where you can accumulate Bitcoin through dollar cost average. But let's go over to the next point. Yes, geopolitical uncertainty. When we have any crisis in the world, we saw it with the banking failure when Citigroup totally collapsed, and also JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America. We could see that Bitcoin was thriving, and a lot of people were using Bitcoin as a safe haven because yes, Bitcoin is decentralized and is also referred to as the digital gold. So yes guys, I could expect if we're going to see global uncertainty that we're going to see that a lot of people are going to use Bitcoin as a safe haven. And that is also one major factor why you should hold Bitcoin, because yes, it is riskier to hold your money in any bank than it is to hold Bitcoin, because if we're going to see the next major banking crisis, this is going to happen with your fiat money, and Bitcoin is going to be the safe haven. Because if we're going to look at the monthly chart, we can see that Bitcoin moves in cycles, and at the moment we are exactly in this accumulation phase. But guys, mathematically, what could we expect from this next cycle? The Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve. And you can see exactly here by this formula, we can see that we can exactly predict what would be the next all-time high for Bitcoin. And we can see this prediction of 150,000 US dollars all the way to 200,000 US dollars within the year 2025. And that is also what I expect for the high of Bitcoin during this cycle. Because if we're going to look at the previous performance of Bitcoin, seeing this pump all the way to the 150,000 US dollar level, this would be exactly all the way here at the 200,000 US dollars. So guys, we could expect this major pump towards the upside, because if we're going to take the halving in the year 2016-17 and we're going to drag it exactly over to the current Bitcoin halving, we could expect the same growth for Bitcoin, because I think we're going to see a similar cycle like we saw in the year 2017, where we had this bullish move towards the halving, and then we could expect this parabolic run all the way to all-time high. Yes, we can see that it goes all the way to 400,000, but guys, I see a major adoption within the cycle due to the Bitcoin ETFs. So yes, if you're going to buy exactly here, you're still early guys, because yes, we're going to look at the Bitcoin cycles. Cycles repeat every 4 years and have been very similar in the past. They can be defined as follows: bear market bottom, halving, bull market, which has been parabolic in the past. And that is also exactly what I showed you on this chart, that we can see exactly what we could expect for Bitcoin with the bear markets in this red box, and also the Bitcoin halvings, these blue lines. So we could expect this parabolic run after the Bitcoin halving. So let's go over to the next point, which is going to be, yes, Bitcoin is not a security. This has been proven by the SEC. But guys, we're seeing a major adoption when it comes to the Bitcoin ETF being approved. So this gives Bitcoin the green light for major institutions or even pensions funds to invest into Bitcoin. And overall, this is going to be major for the adoption of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin network has now processed 110 trillion US dollars in transaction. And guys, we're seeing with the Lightning Network, this is just increasing, and we could expect that yes, Bitcoin is going to be used as a daily payment, because we can see a lot of countries adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender already, like El Salvador. But guys, the adoption of Bitcoin is really going to happen. So buy Bitcoin before we're going to see this mass adoption of Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin break the 100,000 US dollar level. But let's go over to the next point, the second last point, that Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. With the concerns of global inflation and currency devaluation, investors might seek refuge in Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation, like we can see in Turkey and also Argentina, where the price of Bitcoin already hit a new all-time high in Argentinian pesos, because the devaluation of the Argentinian pesos are just crazy guys, and they're using Bitcoin to hedge against the inflation. But let's look at the last point, which is going to be the psychological momentum. Yes guys, we're seeing the hype is only getting started, and we are in this accumulation or the pre-bull market exactly here. And if we're going to see the Bitcoin halving and this FOMO really getting started, guys, you're still buying early. You're buying exactly before the Bitcoin halving, before this major hype and this major parabolic run towards the upside. So if you want to be part of this next major bull market, guys, go down in the video description below and sign up to BITFLEX, where you receive a $10 deposit bonus if you deposit $100, or sign up to Bybit, where you receive a major deposit bonus of up to 30,000 US dollars. And if you don't want to use any KYC, make sure to sign up to Maxi, and make sure to be in my free Telegram group, where I always keep you up to date. And make sure to dollar cost average into Bitcoin, because yes, we're going to see this next parabolic run for Bitcoin, and you don't want to miss the next major bull market. So be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe, and we see each other in the next video.